Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. You know what? Ever wondered why people don't heal? But how could they heal? It's a big deal. There's no doubt about it. I think it's really, really important that we think about these things, but a lot of times we never do. We just take it for granted. And there's a lot of stuff going on. In University of Virginia, they have a department there that has looked at over, I think it's almost 2,500 different cases of past life uh, coming up in little children, and then they have checked out these past lives, and they found out that they could actually find out that that was real. And these little kids were like 3, 4, 2, 1. I mean, not 1, 3, 4, 5 years old. After 5, they start to lose their past lives, but they could actually figure out the addresses, what the names are, what the families are like, what they died of, and all this stuff. And it's impossible for these little kids to know this. So our past lives really do interact with what we have going on in our lives now. And they also found, interestingly enough, they had little birthmarks and little scars that they were born with that were actually had to do with how that person died in the other life. So like, wow, this is interesting, very interesting. So our past lives have a lot to do with what we have going on physically also in this life. So, and I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to, you know, accept the fact that there is something else going on here. And then, understanding that that life really did exist. And so it's really important that we allow ourselves to embrace that. It was an actual case of a little kid who said he was shot down in the Second World War. He was a fighter pilot, and he went down in the Pacific. And his mom and dad really took it for real, and then he kept drawing planes, and the fact that he crashed and little crayon drawings. And it was interesting that they finally took him to where he probably went down, and that little kid burst into tears and cried and cried and cried, and then they threw flowers on the water in that spot, and then it was all over. That he really never brought it up again. It was like a healing for his whole being. And it was like, wow, amazing. And I think we need that. We need to find out what it is that we had from a other life, which sometimes we can do that with past life regressions. Hypnosis can help, different types of things that can help us to get to that point where we can heal this body in amazing ways. I've done lots, probably 1,000 past life regressions with people, and it really interacts with what's going on in their lives right now. And I've seen that over and over and over again. And so this is really important for the healing of what we have physically going on in our bodies right now. Also, there's karma. You know what I mean? We have in all these reincarnations that we went through. It actually was in the Bible before the time of Constantine. The reincarnation was part of this, and actually, and we talk about Buddhism, we talk about Hinduism, we talk about a lot of other different spiritualities. They talk about the soul coming back over and over and over again. And we build up this karma. Are we healing that karma? Are we getting better? Are we allowing ourselves to carry our soul forward? And sometimes that karmic expression of negativity comes back to us in a bodily form, so we need to heal that karma. And so one way we can do that is by saying the name of God over and over again, whatever that name is for you, be it Buddha or Allah or Jesus or whatever that is a powerful thing that will heal that also. And that's really important to say. And there are some prayers, I think also Hail Marys, and also reciting the Lord's Prayer, and Also, doing the rosary is really powerful. I think we can heal away a lot of that karma from the past. And that's really important to do. And also through our good works that we do in this life and allowing ourselves to heal all that negativity from the past and allow ourselves to move forward and accept the fact that we're more than this flesh and blood body. We are a spirit. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And after going to see John of God, seeing the orbs flying around and having interactions with the entities of light on the other side, with Saint Ignacio and a lot of different saints, I am an absolutely firm believer that there is an afterlife, and things will change, absolutely. When I leave this flesh and blood, something else is going to happen, and I am a firm believer in that. So allow ourselves to move on and heal our karma. Also, fear. Fear is a powerful thing. There's no doubt about it. You know, in Chinese medicine, fear is also connected to kidney disease and connected to liver disease and lung disease. We need to heal our fear and allow ourselves to get out of that, because fear creates these huge chemical release of chemistry in our body. We get the cortisols and adrenalines and all these different hormones are running through our body, and they start to destroy the body from the inside out. So we really need to do, just from a chemical point of view, we need to take away that fear and be at peace, knowing that, our God and the Great Spirit and the universe is always with us, and we are cared and loved. And once we allow ourselves to heal that fear, great things start to happen, and we start to feel at peace inside also. And when we're at peace, different chemicals come up. I think that's a really good way to heal some of that, is doing meditation also. I think, and I have a video called 2 Ways to Learn Meditation, which is really great. And meditation is simple, and it can allow us to get into a place of super healing, and I think that's really, really important. Also, unconscious thinking. What have we really got going on unconsciously? We have 2 sides of this brain, and I think half of it is unconscious work going on, and I think the other part, sometimes we just don't know consciously what's going on unconsciously in our being. And we need to heal that unconscious part of it. I think that's when we come down to using subliminal recordings, and they can heal some of that. A lot of times we get these negative reels playing in our head, which we don't even know what's going on. And this creates havoc in our bodies. Even insurance companies now use subliminal messaging and recorded tapes before you go into the hospital, for a better outcome of your surgery and for a bit faster recovery after you get out of the hospital and you'll go home, or while you're in the hospital. And listening to that makes a big difference. There's no doubt about it. They wouldn't be pushing it otherwise. So I think it's really important that we look at our unconscious ideas and start putting affirmations. I say a lot of affirmations to myself, and it's really important to get those affirmations in hundreds of times every day, till we think that way and allow ourselves to know that great things are important and coming. And it will, there's no doubt about it. We also have a path to fulfill while we're here on this plane of existence. We have a part to play. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And there's evidence in all the spiritual texts that once we get to that end of that part, then we go to the next part. There's no doubt about it. We let go of this physical body, and we allow ourselves to go to the next form. And it's important to know what that is. What is my role? Why am I supposed to be here? What am I supposed to be doing? And am I supposed to be helping people? Or am I supposed to be helping my children? Or am I supposed to play some part in the healing of somebody so that this takes place? Or how is that? And I think it's really important that we understand that there's a role for us to be played. And when we don't feel that we have a role or a purpose in life, then, we just kind of give up. There's no doubt about that. So it's really important to feel that we have a reason for being here. And if we don't have a reason for being here, really that can make a negative impact upon the body. And the healing will not take place, especially if something happens to our body and we have this negative uh, lack of understanding that we have a purpose. It makes a change in our body also. So having a purpose is super important for us to heal and move to the next level of understanding ourselves. And that's why we're here. We came for a reason to understand ourselves and to move into a higher level of vibration of love and kindness and compassion. There's absolutely no doubt about that. A lack of inner peace. There's no doubt about that. That keeps us from actually healing. We're always in turmoil deep down inside. Boy, and I've met a lot of people that way, and there are a lot of times where I have to say the majority are really sick. And if we have this going on, this fight going on inside of us, how can we heal? It's absolutely no way possible. It's not possible to have that going on. We have, again, all these chemistry going on inside of us, which is keeping us from healing. If you have a high cortisol component going on in your body, these agents actually stop the healing process. So not good. So we have to find inner peace. And how can we do that? Meditation is one way, chanting is another way, going out and doing good works, helping people, making a difference in people's lives. These types of things make a big difference. And then we can allow ourselves to move to a higher level of understanding about ourselves and find that true inner peace, which is super important. Constant doubting. I tell you, I've met a lot of people like this. They want to have a spiritual understanding, yet they doubt everything. And so how can we be spiritual and have an understanding and heal if we doubt everything? If you were in the presence of God and you doubted that He was there, how can you be healed? There's no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it whatsoever. I think that's really important. It'd be like, Moses and standing in front of the burning bush. You don't see it, being burned up, and it's burning and it's talking to you, and you go, I don't believe this. Nope. I think that would be really interesting. So we really have to cleanse ourselves of that doubting and letting go of all that negativity and allowing ourselves to feel fulfilled deep down inside that we have a deep, deep belief that fulfills us in a manner that nothing else can. And I think that's really, really important. And that connects to the next one, which is, a lack of faith. And all healing is connected to faith. Even from a placebo effect, we can see that it's in the 90+% ability to heal just from a placebo ability, and the nocebo, which is the ability to do harm with a thought. So thinking is important for us to allow ourselves to grasp positive thinking on a regular basis. And faith is the positive outcome of positive thinking. There's no doubt about that. We have a great faith. We have a positive idea about something, and we grasp it and we hold it close to our heart and into our bosom, and we allow it to grow. It's kind of like, planting a seed in our heart and knowing that it's going to become a great, from an acorn into a great mighty oak. And from there, all kinds of acorns fall to the ground, and then they spring up other oak trees and other hearts. And I think that's really important. And that's really what we're here for, allowing ourselves to plant those seeds for many, many people and allowing that to grow and change and being the farmer of hearts. There's no doubt about that. Also, to let go of negativity. And I think it's really, really important. A lot of people, they tend to put out little ideas of negativity, and they think it means nothing. But actually, every time we say a negative thing, or we utter a negative word, or we think a negative thing, we actually produce a cascade of chemicals in our body, which are those cortisols, adrenalines, and all these other pituitary hormones and different things, even hormones from the adrenals and the thyroid. Everything is all connected to make a change in our body, which is not good. And so we have to keep our thinking and speaking on a positive level. Absolutely. And I see that even here with people's comments, you know what I mean? I think it's really important that people stay positive, really positive. This is important for everybody. And you know what? I get a lot of terrible comments a lot of times, people even saying nasty things, and that's no reason for that. Absolutely no reason that whatsoever, and no reason for negativity whatsoever. And I believe that this is for a form of positive, loving, caring thoughts, and ask your questions in a positive manner, and I would be glad to help you in every way, shape, and form to make a positive outcome in your life. And we got to keep this uplifting and positive and loving and kind. I've even gotten death threats. And I'm sure other people who do what I do have too. As far as being an herbalist goes, there are about 60 of us who have disappeared or died in the last 3 or 4 years, and mysteriously. And that's a little unsettling at times, I know that. But we have to carry on and know in a positive frame of work that we can make a difference in people's lives no matter what. So I'll ask you to be positive in every way, shape, and form in everything that you do in your life, and everything that you think, and everything in your unconscious, and clear out your past lives and clear your karma up, get rid of the fear, let go of unconscious thinking, and that can be healed also, and with affirmations, and remember what path you're on, your purpose in this life, and let go of all that turmoil in your life, and fill yourself with peace, and get rid of the doubt, have a great faith, and let go of the negativity, and everything will be great, and people will heal. There's no doubt about that. And so have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my phone number is 831-869-9119, 831-869-9119. If you want to email me, and especially if you're out of the country, my email is drpaulhaider@gmail.com. That's drpaulhaider@gmail.com. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, you can go to my Paul Haider page on Facebook, and Dr. Paul Haider, Dr. Paul Haider page on Facebook, and up in the top you can message me. And also on Skype, my Skype address is drpaulhaider. You can Skype me. I have it on my phone. And all my consults are free, so I would love to help you in any way, shape, or form. And if you care to make a donation, that's greatly appreciated. Please watch the little ads. I have nothing to do with those, really, but they bring a few cents in our direction for my wife and I. And if you care to make a donation, the link is down below, and all my contact information is down there. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, but most of all, remember this: I love you.